Hey, Omi, can you hear me?
Yes, 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 definitely. Can you hear me?
Yeah, where are you located?
Uxbridge, London.
Oh, cool. Very
I'm
good.
still at work, basically.
Cool, cool, cool.
I
And
haven't finished.
excellent. If you want to move a little bit closer to your mic, I
Uh,
can, if
can
that's
you not hear me
possible, maybe.
properly?
Perfect. Yeah. All right, Omi, you're going to talk about data-driven technical SEO research. We're going to continue the track of technical SEO.
Mm-hmm.
Again, quickly introduce yourself and then let's get right into it. I think we're a few minutes behind schedule, but no
Okay,
rush.
okay. Okay, my name is Omisido. I'm the Senior Technical SEO at Canon Europe. I work for Canon Europe. I've been doing SEO and digital marketing for around 6 or 7 years. And before that, I used to work as a front-end developer. I was building Flash websites. Can you hear me, by the way? You can
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
me,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
Perfect.
okay. Yeah, I used to build Flash websites that obviously don't exist anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Uh,
let's get into it.
okay, okay. So shall I start it? Okay, okay. Perfect. So, okay, again, I'm going to repeat. My name is Omisido. And I'd like to say a massive thank you to SEA Ranking for having me here. As you just heard, I'm still at work. Yeah, Christmas is coming and we are very busy. For those of you who don't know me, I love talking about digital marketing and SEO. And for those of you who never heard of me or never seen me, I'm very active on social media. So don't follow me if you don't want to be spammed with a lot of messages. But yes, okay, I know we are a little bit out of time. So enough about me. Let's talk about technical SEO. As technical SEO is one of the two main parts of search engine optimization. I'm going to start with a very simple question. What is technical SEO? Technical SEO is the process of ensuring that a website, your website, by the way, meets the technical requirements of modern search engines. Most of the time, of course, we, or at least me, myself, I'm talking about Google. I'm based in Europe, so Google is the most popular engine. But if you're based in America, probably you also want to please Bing. Now, like every like every company in the world, Google wants to please its customers. And by pleasing its customers basically means to give them the best possible product. When it comes to Google, the best possible product is the search engine result pages, the SERPs. To do that, they have to evaluate our web pages and rank them using their algorithms. By improving the technical health of your website, you help Google to grow and understand well your web pages. In return, Google may award you with better rankings. What I'm trying to tell you here is that many people say, don't optimize for the search engines, optimize for the users. But what I'm trying to tell you that they're not just your users, they're also Google users. So you have to please actually Google first, and then Google pleases its users, and in return, Google may award you with a better rankings. I hope it's not too complicated. I know it's a bit late. So vice versa. If you make any serious technical mistakes on your website, your rankings will drop. I can promise you that. There are so many examples I can give you, like blocking a category from crawling in the robots txt file to canonicalizing. Oh my God. I'm trying to talk to speak too quickly. To canonicalizing the old domain to the new domain during a website migration. So yes, I don't know what's happened with me in this word canonicalization. So yes, a technical SEO is very important, But don't forget that in order to hit #1 in the SERPs, you also have to optimize your content SEO. In a way, you have to uh, be the best at technical and SEO content at the same time, meaning your website health and your content have to be good in order for you to rank #1. With that in mind, many customers, many even digital marketers asking me, Omi, what is better, technical SEO or content SEO? And to answer this question, I will say something that I've already said many times online, but I'll repeat myself until people understand it. Technical and content SEO, from my personal experience, are equally important. Very, very, very rarely we see pages, websites ranking well in the SERPs that have bad technical SEO and good content SEO, and vice versa. Very, very rarely we see websites ranking well in the SERPs who have good content SEO and bad technical SEO. With that in mind, recently, SEA ranking conducted a technical audit of around 41,000 websites and built a list of the most common SEO issues people have on their websites, right? Now, SEA ranking will publish an article giving you all the issues, because the list is quite long, to be honest with you. The list is quite long, you know. So they will publish an article giving you all the issues they found and all the details. So today I just want to discuss some of the issues and give you my personal opinion and experience. But before going into the specifics, I'd like to make something very clear. No single technical SEO element is more important than the rest. When I say technical SEO, I mean the important technical SEO elements. Right? We're not talking about H6 or something like that. Right? We're talking about the things that really matter. So no single technical SEO element is more important than the rest. They all work together towards a common goal, which is basically better rankings. Or to say it in a different way, if tomorrow you start working on a new website and you fix all H1s, you may not see any boost in your rankings simply because your canonicals are messed up, or internal linking is messed up, or your page speed is low. You know, Sophie was just talking about the page speed, right? So yeah, you may fix one element, but if the rest is not up to standard, if the rest is not good, you will still not see any boost in rankings. As an SEO, you have to work on all technical elements, all important SEO technical elements, and you have to try and improve everything. Look at the big picture, don't look at the small picture. So earlier I told you that content and technical SEO always work together. Do not separate. Okay, you can always call yourself a technical SEO, content SEO, but you should not separate them. They always work together. And now I'm telling you, no single technical SEO element is more important than the other. You know, even if one of them is messed up in whatever way, you will suffer. So with that in mind, let's start with the missing alt text. In 2018, Rand Fishkin conducted research into where the search happens on the web and discovered that a massive portion of people uses Google image search. Now, I know I'm talking about 2018, but believe me, the numbers nowadays are very, very similar, right? So, and also depending on your niche, this number, the one that you see on the screen, can be higher or lower, right? Depending on your niche, right? But in all cases, not having the alt text for me is a missed SEO opportunity to bring more people to your website. Also, the better Google understands your images, the better it will understand your content and vice versa. Obviously now, remember what I said earlier, obviously now, to rank good, to rank well in the image, Google image search, right? The alt text alone is not enough. Google also looks at your image sitemap, structure data, the content surrounding the images, and even the image file name. Again, uh, different SEO elements are working together towards a common goal, which is better rankings. The next one is missing meta description. Now, I know some people say, don't worry about them as they're not a ranking factor. And to those people, I want to say, yes, true, they're not a ranking factor. I accept that, but the meta description is one of the first things that searchers see when they encounter one of your pages. And also, they help with click-through rate, which is an important metric, right? It's an important metric for us. As an SEO, we know that this is an important metric. So the meta description is impacting this metric. So the missing meta description is a missed SEO opportunity. Optimizing meta description. Sorry, the button here is so low to change the slides, or maybe I don't know how to operate with this software. So optimizing meta descriptions is not that difficult, right? If you follow these steps, it's an easy process. The main thing you have to remember is think about relevance, relevance, relevance. Also, in order to increase your click-through rate and in general to improve your sales and stuff like that, what I always advise people is to add a clear call to action. A clear call to action, not just in the meta descriptions, also, why not in the page title? Last but not least, don't keyword stuff. I underlined it here, right? so it's quite obvious. Now, saying that, a lot of people are asking me, a lot of clients basically are asking me, SEOs know that, at least most SEOs know that. Does Google rewrite meta descriptions and page titles? And the short answer, and unfortunately, the answer is yes. Some people say that this happens something like 70% of the time, but from my personal experience, this number, this figure is a little bit hit and miss. Now, Google normally rewrites meta descriptions and page titles because they don't align with the search intent. I hope I said it as I try to say it as slow as possible. They don't align with the search intent. Also, if Google rewrites your metadata, but you think it's good, it means that Google doesn't understand the page the way you intended it, right? So obviously, if you don't have the meta description and the page title all together, Google will give you one. And from my personal experience, or for at least for the clients that I've worked for, the way the algorithm writes this page title, this meta description is not always very good, to be honest with you. But my advice would be to experiment with your meta description and meta title at the same time, so you can truly understand why Google thinks that your metadata does not relate well with the content on your page, right? So here, if you look at the slide that I'm presenting, you can see that Google didn't like my meta description, although in my personal opinion, I think, at the bottom, you can see my original meta description, although I think that my meta description is actually quite good, right? But Google decided to the algorithm decided that my meta description is not good, Google, the search query linked GA4 to BigQuery. Google found this H2, which is basically saying exactly the same. Google Analytics 4 to BigQuery, right? And underneath, you can see the answer. So what Google is trying to do for this particular search query is give the answer directly in the SERPs. So somebody wants to know how to link GA4 to BigQuery, and Google is like, let me give you the number. Now, take it the ways you want to take it. I think that my meta description is better. But if the algorithm thinks that their description, the algorithmically rewritten meta description is better than mine, there you go. I probably have to adjust next time. Also, on the left side, on the slides, maybe on your side is the right, you can see an article that Google published last year around August, you know, and they do, yes, they admitted that they do rewrite the page titles and meta descriptions, and they may use some elements from the page. Meaning, again, my previous comment, all technical SEO elements are working together towards the common SEO goal, which is better rankings. The next one, H1. So look at the newspaper picture. What's the first thing that you've noticed? Obviously, the page title, right? All your pages should have an H1 tag to draw the visitor's attention and give a clear indication on the content on the page. From my personal experience, having great H1 tags, especially when you match them to your title tags, can make a big difference to your SEO performance. Again, if you look at the picture at the bottom, Google, in this case, decided to replace the original page title, which was the same page title without the number 12. You know, Google decided again to rewrite the page title using the H1. So if your page title is not good, and your H1 I'm just speculating here, obviously here. I'm not saying that if your page title is not good, Google will automatically take the H1. But logically, it makes sense to go to the first element on the page, which is normally the H1. So if your page title is not good, Google will jump onto your H1. And if your H1 is not good, then you're in trouble. You're going to see something very bad displayed in the SERPs. Also, notice, again, I was speculating about the H1 here, why Google used the H1. Basically, if you look at the SERPs for this term, outdated SEO tactics, you will notice that all the results have a number in the page title. Google looked at this page, so that the page title doesn't have the number. The page title is just obsolete SEO tactics to avoid in 2022, so that the H1 actually has the number 12 and replace the page title. Funny enough. Also, notice, I didn't bold it here, but notice that the meta description is a combination of the H1, which is 12 obsolete SEO tactics to avoid in 2022, and then there is a list of the actual tactics, meaning to create this meta description. I actually don't remember what was the original meta description, or whether there was a meta description there. You know, to create this meta description, Google again is trying to answer the question directly into the SERPs. Take it however you want, but this is a good indication that for this particular search term, you have to have a number in the page title. You have to have a page title first. You have to have a number in the page title. And then you have to have a list in your article. You know, again, all technical SEO elements working together towards the common goal, which is better rankings. And also, again, you have to optimize everything, not just one. Do not promise your customers that you're going to optimize the H1 and you're going to automatically have better rankings. It may happen if everything else is perfect, right? You may tell them, I'm going to fix your canonicals and everything going to be perfect right away. but only if everything else is okay. The next one, no inbound links and orphan pages. Now, we can have a whole conference talking about orphan pages only, and this problem is almost unavoidable. Almost unavoidable, I'm going to be honest with you. As our websites grow in volume, some pages or whole sections of the websites are left behind. Without going into details, I know that we don't have much time. Without going into details, orphan pages are bad for SEO because if you have a lot of them and you've got a big website, they may hurt your crawl budget. I've seen it with my own eyes. They're also bad for the user experience as if they're found in the SERPs, they may have outdated content. Basically, almost from my personal experience, most of the time, if there's an orphan page, the content is outdated because, like people say, what do they actually say? Out of mind, out of sight, out of mind, right? Almost 90% of the time, the page is the content is outdated, but the page still ranks in the SERPs. On the other side, if a page with good content became an orphan, right? After some time, Google may decide to de-index this page, which obviously results in a loss of traffic. And Andrew Zarudny, I hope I'm pronouncing this name, sorry, Andrew. Andrew Zarudny from SEO Ranking, you know the guy, he's quite popular, has a very good article about orphan pages. He explains very clearly how to find them, and I would strongly recommend you read it. You read this article so you can learn more about this unique and not talked enough SEO problem. For now, I just want to say that fixing orphan pages, finding and fixing orphan pages is not that difficult, and this should be your number one priority if you're in charge of a big website. If you're in charge of a small website up to, I'll say, 10,000 pages, don't bother too much. But if you're in charge of a big website, please, this should be your number one priority. Also, oh my God, I'm stuttering a little bit. Also, I really want to mention here David Lewis, from Trainline. This is a very popular company in Europe, who literally deleted I wish it was three. It was 130 million pages. I'm not joking. 130 million pages. Many of them orphan pages, in order to fix the SEO of his websites. Please watch this video. It's very interesting. You're going to learn a lot about technical SEO in general, and this is a Brighton SEO talk by David Lewis. I did now I remember I did something very, very similar 4 or 5 years ago. What was the name of the website? I don't remember. Something Tutor Fair. I did something very similar where I reduced. This is 4 or 5 years ago. I reduced a almost half a million pages website to around 80,000. From half a million to 80,000. And I deleted, I remember this number, 150,000 orphan pages. Now, some websites don't even have 150,000 pages, right? I deleted, it just happened. As I said earlier, as our websites grow, we tend to forget pages, and whole sections of the website they're still there on the server, but we don't link to them. Yeah. So I deleted almost 150,000 pages. To be fair, I also fixed some H1s, canonicals, stuff like that. It was not just the orphan pages, but after reducing the website size, minus 150,000 orphan pages, the result was almost 40% more traffic within the next 6 months. Not bad. So now the next one, too many 301 redirects. Now, before going any further, I would like to say that in itself, the 301 redirect is not a problem. you're allowed to have as many your tier one redirects as you want. But too many redirects from my personal experience lead to long redirects chains, right? And they start creeping into your sitemaps. We're not allowed to do that, right? We're not. It's not good to have tier one redirects in your sitemaps, but they will start creeping there, you know. And yes, sooner or later, if you have too many tier one redirects, you end up with a lot of redirect loops. Sooner or later, you will end up with, as the website grows, the orphan pages grows, and everything else grows, your loops will also grow. And we know that this is not good for the Google bot, and we know that this is not good for the user experience. Fixing them is not that bad. And to be honest with you, from my personal experience, maybe you have different experience than me, but from my personal experience, every time I start working on a new website for a client, on a new project, and I see a countless number of tier one redirects, the only thing that comes to my mind is that the previous agency, the previous SEO, whoever was in charge of SEO before me, didn't have a well executed, I'll say clear and well executed SEO strategy. And, you know, as I told you earlier, SEO is one of the two main streams of SEO. I'll call it a stream, right? And it's a very important thing. We have to build everything from ground up, you know. Without technical SEO, you almost always fail, to be honest with you, you know, from my personal experience, especially if you've got a big website. So yeah, when I see a countless number of tier one redirects left over, you know, my first instinct is like, okay, whoever was here before me didn't have a clear and well executed SEO strategy. Because at the end of the day, if a page or a section of your website, if a page doesn't have organic visits, no organic visits, doesn't have any backlinks, right? It's not linked from anywhere, right? We're talking about the orphan page. Doesn't have any backlinks, doesn't have any organic visits. Maybe it's time to go. Maybe a tier one redirect is not the best thing. Just follow this page. Maybe it's time to go. Also, looking at the time, maybe it's time for me to go and end this conversation, the presentation and conversation. I hope this will turn into a conversation. As I told you earlier, I'm very active on social media. You can always ask me any questions. And thank you very much for coming to my talk.